Today we are carving a spoon. We have this little selection of images, but we're going to carve this spoon right at the end, and we're going to see how it goes. Never carved before, never done anything with wood really, so let's give it a go. We have different blocks of wood, different sizes. I think we're going to go with one of these smaller blocks, and we have our knife set. This is all wrapped up in a sheath, so I think it's a sheath. I don't even know what it's called. But we've got our different knives, we've got a detailing knife, little hook knife, carving knife, I believe, and we have these tiny knives. I'll bring you closer soon, so you can see. But these are different knives that we have for our carving set. As you can see, I've just cut out the spoon shape and placed it on this thin block of basswood. So basswood is a hardwood that is, well, what I've seen is that it can carve like butter. Like, it's very soft, but also a hardwood. So let's see how this goes. This is our carving, well, our little shape that we're going to carve a spoon. I have no idea how this is going to go, honestly, but let's see how it goes. So, as you can see, I've sort of carved around the stem, like the handle of the spoon, and it's quite rough. Didn't realize how much of like an ache this is on your hands. It is, yeah, it's quite strenuous holding the knife. But usually, what I'm doing is going with the grain of the wood and going down with it in a slow motion, as not to chip it. So as you can see here, this is quite smooth, and up here I've chipped it a little bit. Same with down here, just because I was going a bit too rough and too deep at the same time. So yeah, just kind of going with the stem, and now I'm just going to try and get around the outside of the bowl shape of the spoon. So now that I've gone around the bowl of the spoon, I've come to an issue where I've realized that the more I go around here, the thinner I'm making it in the joint between the bowl and the handle. And I don't want it to be the same sort of, obviously I want it to be a noticeable difference so that it feels like a different part of the spoon, like it is noticeable bowl and a noticeable handle. So what I'm needing to do now is to really angle this in here as to make it more of I don't know the term, but to make it so that it goes in steeper, so that it's noticeably different. As you can see in the image here, where the bowl is up here and it goes down to the handle. I need to do that with the same sort of way with the wood itself. Ooh. I just dropped the wood there, and you can see I've accidentally gone too far in on the handle here. I don't think it's fixable, but yeah, I went too steep, and then just got to be careful with the strokes of the knife going down the wood, as not to cut too deep into it, and to make make a mistake like I did. This is what I'm learning as I go. So it's fun. It's definitely fun. I'm enjoying this, but my hands really just start to ache. But still, we carry on. We've got some quite good progress going here. So you can see we've got it to a point where I think, well, we're getting close to the picture of the spoon. Just kind of trying to level it off on the other side so as to get the thickness down. And I try not to make it so thin on this side of the bowl so that I can have a big scoop. We'll see how it goes. Still, I'm optimistic, but this is the progress so far. This is 20 minutes in, and we've got this far. So, the knife that we need to use for the scooping of the bowl, the basin, the inside the head of the spoon, is a hook knife. So what we have to do, I believe, I've never used it before, is we have to kind of do a scooping motion across the base of the bowl. So I'm going to remove the sticker and I'm going to give it a go. I don't want to make it too deep, so we're going to do it with a light shaving at first and see how we go. Nice and slow so that it's not to ruin it. So 10 minutes of using the hook knife. I've got half of a kind of bowl, you can see. Initially, I made a lot of mistakes with cracking the wood because I was going against the grain. I was going the opposite way and it was a splintering. But as you can see here, I've just been I've been doing it in the sense, in like this motion towards, away from myself, using the sharp end here and scooping it like this. And I got a smooth sort of textured here, like I don't know how deep that is, but it is sort of looking like a spoon. Just need to get rid of this other half and I want to probably go double the depth so it's actually a usable spoon. So after 2 hours on this, we've got this shape. So we've got our handle here, which I actually am quite proud of. We've got a good indent here, like a nice curvature to the bottom of our bowl. And we can see that it's kind of looking like a spoon. It does look like a spoon. I'm actually quite happy with it so far. But you can see here, as I've been doing the curvatures on the inside of the spoon, I've got a lot of abrasion. It's been very rough trying to get that out and trying to get used to the using of the hook knife. So I still need to work on that section, but I've just finished off doing this. I'm quite happy with it so far. I don't want to get it too small at the edge because I don't want it to get too flimsy. But I'm now focusing on this section here, so having to scoop it out and yeah, get cracking. I think we're almost there. Here is the progress so far. Looking more like a spoon, I think. So that's definitely pretty much done. Quite happy with this. I started using I can't remember what this is called, but I believe it is a chisel. Started using a chisel to get more of to get rid of the roughness on the inside of the spoon. But as you can see, it's still quite rough on the inside, so I might need to start sanding it down. But as of yet, I'm quite happy with the progress. I don't have any sandpaper, which I realised, so we'll do what we can. And yeah, I can always send it down at the beginning of another video or just after the video, anyways. And yeah, quite happy with this. So let's keep going and see what we get. I think I made it too thin. Well, I think it'd still be good for a spoon first try. I think the handle's a little too thin now. But you know what? I'm quite happy with it still, the first try. So yeah, I think we're almost done. I cut myself. Of course I did. That is sharp. Oh. Need to go clean myself up. I think it's all good now. I'm going to continue. Almost done. And I think that is it. I think we're done. I know it's not perfect, but for my first try, I think I'm really happy with it. And yeah, it looks like a spoon, so yeah, what more could I want, really? So let's put it in some water. Don't know if you can really see this, but put it in the water, roll it around in the water, seal up all the cracks. And here we go. There we go. There is our finished spoon. Oh, look at that. It worked. Like, look, it scooped all the... Okay, I'm happy with that. All finished, all complete. Really happy with how it's turned out. And yeah, on to the next thing. No idea what it will be, but here we go. And there's my dog, Paws. Hi, Paws.